Hi, I'm Andy Barch, and this is Falcon Weekly. We certainly hope that you all enjoyed your fall break, and now it's time for us to break into this week's edition of the Falcon Weekly. Well, even though it was a light week in Falcon athletics this past weekend, it was still a very successful one. On Friday, the Falcon volleyball team went 1-1, defeating Glenville State and falling to Alderson Broaddus. But the weekend was highlighted with the Falcon football team stunning St. Joseph's College with a 45-14 victory. What a wild contest it was. Falcon football team fell behind early, going behind 14-0 over the first 8 minutes of the game, but the Falcon defense stepped up and they rendered St. Joseph's scoreless over the final 3.5 quarters, while the offense took over and ran off 45 unanswered points. And having said that, Falcon football certainly dominated this week's installment of the Falcon 5. We'll kick things off at number 5 with the Notre Dame defense. St. Joe's quarterback will drop back to pass, and our hats off to Stanley Gordon, who comes through with a big sack for the Falcon D. Number 4, down 14-0 in the red zone. Rob Partridge will send a man in motion right. He'll take the snap and step back, and he takes advantage of a big mismatch on the outside. Kiefer Titus hauls it in for the first of what would be 6 Notre Dame touchdowns on the afternoon. The defense will rear its head once again. Number 3, St. Joe's will hand the ball off and look to bounce it outside, but somebody better call Chief Dugan. We have a felony. The Falcons just mugged the St. Joe's running back and stole his ball. To number 2, it's time for Geometry 101. Pedro Powell proves the shortest distance between a handoff and the end zone is a straight line, even if it's through a St. Joe's defender. That's one of 3 touchdowns on the day for Pedro Powell. And to number 1, a man that hit a big play on special teams last week, makes a big play on defense. It's Bo Grunder picking off a Billy Vandermark past the 42, rips his way out of a tackle, cuts back to the middle of the field, steps away from another defender. He gets to the 40-yard line and finally goes down at the 35 after covering all kinds of real estate. Well, this weekend there's a lot going on in Falcon athletics. Nobody at home, though. Every single team in action this weekend will take their show on the road. Men's water polo has a couple of road tilts, one Friday and Saturday. Cross country back in action on Friday, and then on Saturday again. The football team will look for its 4th straight victory when they square off against Ave Maria down in Florida. Both soccer teams are on the road as well. The men's team will head to Marygrove to take on Marygrove in Michigan, and women's soccer will cap things off on the weekend with a 7 o'clock road tilt against West Virginia Wesleyan. That's all the time we have for this week's edition of Falcon Weekly. Be sure to join us next Thursday as we bring you more highlights and updates on our next installment of Falcon Weekly. Until next time, have a great week.